Well, good afternoon, baseball fans. This is Vinny, and I'm coming at you with as I continue my 2022 to 2025 tournament, and just to kind of give you an update on where we are at this point in time. We are in the process of gathering our final four from each league. Where we stand right now is in the American League. We have three of the four um, teams already decided upon. The Astros, the Yankees, and the Minnesota Twins. Twins had a big upset over the Baltimore Orioles, sweeping that series 2 games to none. And right now, the two National League teams are the Dodgers and the Braves. So we are in the process of deciding the final two teams for that. We are going to bring you a matchup today between the Mets and the Brewers as they get their one of those two teams will advance, the other one will be eliminated. Here's where we are at the moment. The Mets are the number 6 seed. They lost to the Phillies 2 games to 1, and then they came back and eliminated the Pirates in a 2-0 sweep. So they are currently a 1 win, 1 loss series win and loss. The Brewers, they defeated the Cardinals and took 2 or 3 games in that one, and then they lost to the Braves 2 games to 1. So they have a series win and a series loss. And to advance, you need 2 series wins. To get eliminated, 2 series losses. The other matchup for the National League final spot will be between the ninth-ranked Cardinals and the fourth-ranked Philadelphia Phillies. And there is one more matchup in the American League between the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. So that's where we are today. We kick off the first game in the best-of-3 game series between the Brewers and the Mets. Both teams will be sending left-handers to the mound. The Mets will send Sean Manaea to the mound, and the Brewers will have Wade Miley. Here's your lineups. For the Mets, Jeff McNeil will be leading off. He will be the second baseman using his 2022 card. Batting second, Francisco Lindor using his 2024 card. Playing shortstop, Juan Soto with his 2025 card bats third in right field. Pete Alonso using his 2022 card, and he'll back cleanup playing first base. Mark Vientos with his 2024 card bats fifth, playing third base. Starling Marte will be the designated hitter using his 2022 card. He's batting sixth. The left fielder, Brandon Nimmo, with his 2023 card, hits seventh, hitting eighth in center field with his 2025 card. Tyrone Taylor and Francisco Alvarez, using his 2025 card, will bat ninth. He is the catcher. For the Brewers, the leadoff hitter in right field is Sal Frelick. He is using his 2025 card. Jackson Chourio bats second in left field with his 2024 card. Christian Yelich is the designated hitter using his 2024 card. He's hitting third. William Contreras with his 2024 card is the cleanup hitter. He's the catcher. The second baseman batting fifth with his 2022 card is Luis Urias. Batting sixth with his 2022 card, Hunter Renfroe. He will be the first baseman for the Brewers today. Caleb Durbin is hitting seventh. He'll be playing third base with his 2025 card. Batting eighth The center fielder is Blake Perkins, also with his 2025 card. And batting ninth to shortstop, Andrew Monasterio from his 2023 card. So that's your starting lineups, and we are ready to play ball. We are still in the process of testing 1.1 release candidate 5, and I can tell you, just playing with the manual entry, the board game companion, if you will, I've not really found many issues at all. It plays very smoothly. Um, it's a great game, and I kind of like some of the additions that they have in there at this point. And I know there's good things still coming, and so we continue to support this product. And that's coming from a guy who's played Stratomatic baseball since 1971 and been on the computer version since about 1993. So um, I just want to give a shout out to Dana and company, because they have done a great job. This, the computer version for Game Pulse has only been out for a couple, 3 months, I think, and it's come a long way in that short period of time. So continue to look for great things to come. They've got the scorecard that's being put out there. I'll show you that as we kind of go along, but everything looks really fantastic. The hotkeys, I can't emphasize enough how easy that makes gameplay and putting in things. Okay, let's get this game started. Here's Wade Miley. Here's his 2023 card. In the tournament so far, he's pitched 5 innings, and he's got a 5.40 ERA. So we are ready to go. Jeff McNeil steps in, and he'll lead it off. He's the second baseman, and we're off. We have in play 25. That's a base hit to start it off. So McNeil is on. We bring up Francisco Lindor now. Francisco Lindor is hitting .257 in the tournament. And let's see, we have Patient 50. Patient 50 is a single. We will pick up a card that says runner on first advances 2 bases. And just like that, the Mets have runners on the corners. To start it off, Juan Soto, hitting .250. He's got 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in this tournament. And here we go, Wade Miley with the pitch. We have Wheelhouse 82. This is outside the range. This is going to be a grounder to second. So let's see, double play 6, double play 8. It is a 7, so it's a fielder's choice. Out at second base. Second to short, the run will score. Runner on first base. All righty. Let's see, Soto is an A base stealer, and he had 38 stolen bases, a hold of 4, a jump of 4. It's an 8, and it's an A3. So they're going to hold him on, make it a B3. And just for the heck of it, we are going to send Mr. Soto. So here we go. And it's an 11, so that brings it down to C3, 32. And he is going to be out stealing. So out stealing just like that. And second baseman. Okay. Pete Alonso comes up. We have Wheelhouse 56. And Alonso sends it out of the park. Home run. It is 2-0 Mets. Vientos comes to the plate, hitting .467. Vientos, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs in this tournament for the Mets. Here we go. And we have Patient 8. That's a walk. Starling Marte. Marte hitting .111. And we have an in-play 26. That's a single with 2 outs. So we have a 5. On the run, it's hit to the center fielder, 6 and 5, but I don't think I let him run with 5. Let's see. Nope, he's going to stay at second base. All right, Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo hitting 300. Okay, here we go. And let's see. It is a tough out, 37 strikeout. All right, Mets 2 runs, 4 hits, and they leave a man. All right, Sal Frelick leading off for the Mets, hitting 182. Okay, we have tough 70, and that's going to start off with a grounder to short, G6. And Jackson Churio hitting 308. And we have an in-play 8, and that's a base hit for Churio. Churio on, and comes up from Christian Yelich. Yelich hitting 292, couple of home runs, 6 RBIs. We have Patient 42. That's a walk, first and second. William Contreras comes to the plate, 333 average for the tournament. And we have Tough 2 strikeout. And with 2 outs, Luis Urias, 200 average. And we have Tough 28, that's a strikeout. No runs a hit, couple left. Top of the second, Tyrone Taylor hitting 474 with 6 RBIs. And we have Tough 70. That is going to be a fly out to center field. F8 on the hotkeys. Francisco Alvarez stepping in. Just a 179 average. And we have 6-14 in play 14. It is a double. So Alvarez with a double. Brings up Jeff McNeil. McNeil singled his first time up. And we have Tough 85. 85 grounded to second. We have a 6 and an 8. Has to be less than 6. Nope, fielder's choice. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Grounded to second. And there's a ground out to second. The runner moves to third on that. 2 outs. And here's Lindor. Lindor singled his first time up. And we have an in-play 80. That is going to be a fly to center, F8 to end it. All right, Hunter Renfroe leading off for the Brewers, 286 average. And we have Tough 47, that's a strikeout. K in the books, Caleb Durbin, 200 average. Not doing a whole lot in the tournament. And we have Tough 47, and that is going to be a grounder to third, G5. Blake Perkins with a 200 average. And we have defense 30, our first defense reading. Range is a center fielder. Taylor is an A. That's a 1 to 38 chance for a base hit. It is a 14, and we have a double. So Blake Perkins doubles with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Andrew Monasterio is the hitter. And he hasn't done much in this tournament. Ballpark 20. That's going to be a wheelhouse. So let's see. Looking at his card, 1 to 11 chance for a home run. What do we get? 21. It is a double. And that double is going to score a run to make it a 2 to 1 ball game. Sal Frelick coming up. Frelick rounds out his first time up. And we have Patient 74, and that's a fly out to center field. That ended. Brewers get a run. We enter the third. Soto leading off. And we have 984. This Patient 84. That is going to be a grounder to second for Mr. Soto. Pete Alonso. And we have Wheelhouse 61 for Pete Alonso. That's a home run. He's got a dinger. 3-1 Mets. And Vientos comes up. And we have defense 5. Range, the first baseman. Renfroe, a C, 1/63. Chance for a hit, 10. And let's see, that is going to be a base hit past Renfroe. Vientos is on first, 1 out. Starling Marte. Marte singled his first time up. Patient 1, that's a walk. First and second. We have Nimmo. Struck out first time up. We have Tough out 7. He strikes out again. 2 outs, 2 on. Tyrone Taylor. Taylor flied out his first time up. And we have Tough 73. It is going to be a fly out to center field. Mets put a couple on, but can't bring them in. Bottom of the third. 2-1 Mets. Jackson Churio. And we have defense 6. Range, the second baseman. McNeil, C, 1/63. Chance, 57 is going to get through, and it's a base hit for Jackson Churio. Christian Yelich now comes to the plate. Yelich walked his first time up. We have Tough, 65. And that's going to be a fly out to left field, F7. Contreras. Hitting .320. Struck out his first time up. We have defense 37. That is going to be an error on the pitcher. Let's see, what is he? He's an E2. All right, so 1/71 chance for an error. It is an error, and it's going to be a 1-base error. So we come over here, we'll click error. Error on the pitcher, 1-base error. And the first and second now with for Urias. Alrighty. Urias struck out his first time up. We have defense 48. We keep rolling that 3 there. This is a possible error on the first baseman. And let's see, he's an E2. All right, so Alonso has a 1/71 chance of making it, and he makes an error. That is going to be a 1-base error. So back-to-back errors for the Mets. And that loads the bases for Hunter Renfroe with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Renfroe struck out his first time up. Now we have ballpark 17. That's a wheelhouse roll. This is going to get a run in somehow, some way. It's an 86. It is a base hit. So there you can see. And that's going to bring in 2 runs with Urias going to third. So it's a single. Runner on second scores. Runner on first goes to third. And it's now 3-3. So the Brewers tie it up on Hunter Renfroe's long single. And the Mets are going to bring the infield in with Caleb Durbin coming up. And we have Tough 98. 98 is a fly to left field. Let's see. And it's not going to be deep enough for the score. So fly to left. Runners holds. Blake Perkins. Perkins doubled his first time up. And we have defense 92. Error on the center fielder. It's an E5. All right, so it's a 1/41 chance. This is an 83 and F8. But the Brewers put 2 on the board. Hunter Renfroe single ties it up. Let's look at the box score. There you can see the, let's look at the Brewers there. And that's the scorecard. And let's see. So we have 2 runs came in, basically from that single by Hunter Renfroe. Urias went to third, and the Brewers leave 2. Okay, Wade Miley, can he settle down? Francisco Alvarez doubled off of him the first time. Here we go. And we have in play 90 G6, grounded to short. There's McNeil. In play 76, slide to center field F8. And Lindor, 1 for 2. He singled and he slide out to center. 1 for 2. There we go. And we have in play 33. And that is going to be a pop up to the first baseman. So we'll go out, pop out to first base. All right. Bottom of the 4th. 3-3. Monasterio leading it off. Patient 15 is a walk. Brings up left hand hitting Sal Frelick was 0 for 2. I wonder if they could change that red font to white so it's a little bit easier to read. I have to make that suggestion. Okay, we have tough 41. That is a single. So, with it being a tough, runner's just going to move 1 base with nobody out. Jackson Churio, he's 2 for 2. Has singled twice. And we have ballpark 8. And ballpark 8 is going to be a wheelhouse. And 1 to 21 chance for a home run. Let's see what he gets. He gets an 85, which is going to end up being a grounder to short. So we have a 6 and a 6 and a 9. So it's a fielder's choice. Out at second, short to second. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Mets bring the infield in for Christian Yelich. Yelich is 0 for 1 with a walk. And we have patient 92, and that's a fly to right field, and that's going to be a sacrifice fly. So F9, runner on third scores. Brewers take a 4-3 lead. And William Contreras comes to the plate 0 for 2. Struck out, reached on an error. And here we go. We have tough 43. Tough 43, and that's a strikeout. Put a K in the books. All right, so the Brewers have taken a 4-3 lead. Miley comes out for the 5th. Juan Soto leading it off. This is the second time he's led off an inning. There we go. And we have tough out 24. Soto strikes out. Pete Alonso. Alonso has homered twice. He's been the Mets offense. There we go. We have tough out 36. He strikes out. We have 2 down. Mark Vientos. Vientos has walked and singled. And we have tough out 19 and another strikeout. So Miley strikes out the side. Nothing for the Mets. Bottom of the 5th. Brewers leading 4-3. And Luis Urias leading it off. Urias is 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on an error. Tough 92. Grounded to short G6. If you're using hotkeys, for me anyway. Hunter Renfroe is also 1 for 2. Struck out and singled. 340, defense 40. Error possibility on the catcher. Alvarez is an E2. And let's see, it's a 1 to 71 chance for an error. It is a 31, so 8 on the error chart. It is a one base error. So it's the third error for the Mets. And I've kind of recreated the defense chart, and I kind of changed some of the error readings for that. So I've included some pass balls, some catcher interferences, and just kind of made it so there's a few more things. There was really no pass balls the way, unless you have rare plays, and I don't use rare plays, so I need another way to generate pass balls. Okay, Renfroe is on the error by Alvarez. Caleb Durbin is the hitter. He's 0 for 2. He has grounded out and flied out. And we have defense 52. A lot of defense readings in this game. E5 on the second baseman, so it's a 1 to 41 chance. It's a 35, and that's an error. A one base error on McNeil. 4 errors for the Mets. Blake Perkins steps in. He's 1 for 2. Doubled and flied out. And we have ballpark 5, and that's a wheelhouse. And let's see what Perkins does here. It is a 98. So wheelhouse 98 is a fly to right field. And the runner on second is going to move up a base. Brings 2 outs. Monasterio is 1 for 1 with a walk. He doubled. Can he drive in another run here with 2 outs? I'll have to wait and see. All right. We have Tough 74. Tough 74 is going to be a fly out to center, F8. All righty. All right, so just as a reminder, I do not use payoffs fatigue for starters. So Miley is still good as far as I'm concerned until he gives up a hit or a walk. All right, Starling Marte. He's up. We have Tough 9. That's a strikeout. K. Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo has struck out both times he's been up. And we have in play 39. That is going to be a grounder right back to the pitcher. Miley makes the play. 2 outs. Here is Tyrone Taylor. And we have Tough 25. Mark it as a K. He's done. All right. And so the same rule will apply for Sean Manaea. Sal Frelick is leading off. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Frelick is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. And we have Patient 66. And let's see. Grounded to short, G6. Churio. The hitter. And Tough 5. Put a K there. Christian Yelich. And we have 9. Tough 60. That's outside the box there. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field, F7. All right. Miley does a pretty good job. He got roughed up a little bit early. But the Brewers are going to the pen. Try to hold this thing down. Let's see who we have that we can put in here. Okay, we've got him. Uribe, Strzelecki. All right, let's see here. Closer, obviously. McGill. All right, I'm trying to see who I've got in the pen here. Let's take a look at the Brewers. We're going to go with Joel Payamps. So the righty, Joel Payamps, is going to be the new pitcher. Take a look at his card here. Using his 2023 card, 7-5 record in 69 appearances, 2.55 ERA. All right, Alvarez will step in. He's 1 for 2, doubled and grounded out. Here we go. We have in play 49. That is going to be a grounded to third, G5. Jeff McNeil stepping in. A single, a ground out, and a fly out. And we have Patience, 77. Fly to center field, F8. Here's Lindor. Lindor 1 for 3. Single in the first, and he's fly down, popped up since. And we have a wheelhouse roll of 53, and that is just beyond the reach. That is going to be a double for Lindor. And now we have Juan Soto to contend with. Soto, though, is 0 for 3. Into a fielder's choice, grounded out and struck out. Then he put the Mets ahead. Let's find out. Tough, 76. Not this time. Fly ball, center field, F8. That does it for the Mets. They get a hit, leave a man. Okay. And the Mets will go to their bullpen. As the Brewers will have Contreras, Urias, and Renfroe. 3 right-handed pitchers. Now they're going to bring in Denyle Nunez. So Nunez will be the new pitcher. As William Contreras comes in, he's 0 for 3, struck out twice. Also reached on an error. Bottom of the 7th. And we have Tough 24, strikeout. All right. So with the righty in there, Brewers are going to go to the bench. And they're going to bring in Bryce Terang. So Terang, and he's not having a very good tournament at all. Terang, you can see, is only hitting 136 for the tournament, so not very good at all. Here we go. We have Tough 38, and he strikes out. Out number 2, Renfroe. The first baseman steps in. And we have Tough 36, and he strikes out. So Nunez comes in and strikes out the side. We are heading to the 8th inning. As Trevor McGill makes his way in. If we can find him. There he is. Trevor McGill comes on in the 8th. Remember, the winner of this best of 3 will be one of the final 4. They'll make it into the final 4. Okay, Pete Alonso steps in. Let's look at McGill. There's his card, his 2025 card. 50 appearances, 6-3 record, 2.49 ERA, 30 saves. But these Brewers have Devin Williams in there, so McGill is going to come in as the setup man. Alonso has homered twice and struck out in his 3 times. So here we go. We have defense 94, and it's a possible error on center fielder, but Perkins is an E5. It's an 88, so we have F8, fly out to center, 1 away. Mark Vientos coming up. Vientos is 1 for 2. He's singled. He's also walked and struck out. And we have Patient 19, that's a walk. Vientos moves down to first base. Starling Marte is the hitter. He's 1 for 2 as well. Singled His first time up. He's also walked and struck out. And we have 31. Well, good news, it's not a wild pitch. It's a defense. 31, range of the center fielder again. So Perkins gets another shot. It's a 75, so it's FA, another fly to center field. And now Nimmo, who was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And we have tough 6. Mark it down as a strikeout. End of the inning. We are 7.5 in the books. Brewers hanging on to a 1-run lead. It's 4-3. And Adam Ottavino will be the new pitcher for the Mets here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Ottavino comes in, and he's pitched 5 innings in this tournament, 8 strikeouts, and he's got a 1.80 ERA. There's a look at his 2022 card. 2.06 ERA, 6-3 record. Caleb Durbin is 0 for 3. He has grounded out, flied out, reached on an error. Mets with 4 errors in this game. Ballpark 13. Well, wheelhouse roll. And let's see what he's got. He has a 1-17. He gets a 15. And it's a so long, see you, goodbye. Durbin homers. It's 5-3 Milwaukee. And Blake Perkins coming in. Up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Had to double his first time up. He's flied out twice since. And we have tough 87. That is going to be a grounder to second base, G4. And now Monasterio. Defense 90. Error possible on the center fielder. Tyrone Taylor will get the chance. E5 as well. 1-41 chance. 59. And we get an F8. Brings up Sal Frelick. And we have tough 77. That is a fly ball to center field. Taylor busy out there this inning. Brewers get a run. Caleb Durbin homers. And they lead it 5-3 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Devin Williams will be the new pitcher for the Brewers. Devin Williams in this tournament so far, he's pitched 3 1/3 innings. Hasn't given up many earned runs, no runs. He has struck out 8. So he's had himself quite a tournament so far with his 2024 card. A minuscule 1.25 ERA in 21 2/3 innings. So Tyrone Taylor will lead off, but the Mets are going to go and bring in a pinch hitter here. And let's see who they go with. Let's see. Brett Beatty. Brad Beatty is going to be the pinch hitter for Tyrone Taylor. So Beatty, just a 130 average. He's using his 2025 card. All right, Beatty's up. There's the pitch. Tough. We got 0-0, so we're going to re-roll those two. 28, strikeout. 1 down. Here's Francisco Alvarez. And we have tough 87. Tough 87, grounded to short, G6. And with 2 outs here, Jeff McNeil is the final shot here in the first game of this best of 3. We have patient out, 59. It's a hit by pitch, so that will stick. McNeil goes down the first, And now you have Francisco Lindor as the tying run at the plate. Lindor so far today is 2 for 4. He has a single and a double in addition to flying out and popping out. And we have Tough 83. That is a grounder to the second baseman. That is going to do it, end the game. And so the Brewers will win the first of this 3-game tournament, best of 3. They win it 5-3. Let's take a look at the box score here. And let's see what we have. Let's see who we're going to give this to. Renfroe. Renfroe had that big hit to drive in those 2 runs. So here's your line. The Mets 3 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. They were just horrible in the field. The Brewers 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Getting the win is Wade Miley. That's his second win of the tournament. Devin Williams gets his 3rd save of the tournament. And Manaea gets the loss. And you can see they only, out of 4 runs, only 2 were earned in Manaea's case. A couple of home runs by Pete Alonso. Unfortunately, to no avail for the Mets. Let's kind of go back and look at that scorecard. And going back here, the Mets got started early, had a couple of runs in the first inning. Single, Lindor. Let's see. Looks like Soto singled here. Well, he into a fielder's choice. And that allowed McNeil to score. And then, well, let's see. Oh, Soto got thrown out trying to steal. And then Alonso homered. That gave the Mets the early 2-0 lead. Brewers got a run in the bottom of the second. 2 outs. Blake Perkins doubled, and then Monasterio doubled right behind him to bring in Perkins. That made it 2-1. And let's see. Looks like in the 3rd inning, Alonso homers again. All right, that accounts for the 3 Met runs. So, but they take the lead there, 3-1. But then we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and let's see, Jackson Churio singled. After 1 out, we have an error. So we have runners on, looks like 1st and 2nd. And then we have another error to load the bases. Single brings in a run. And I think we had a sac fly here as well, somewhere. Now, let's see. Well, there were 2 runs, so maybe, he singled. Renfroe singled in 2 runs. Okay. And then they got a run in the 4th, a walk, a single, a fielder's choice, and that accounts for another run, 5 RBIs. All right. There you have it. So the final score, the Brewers 5, the Mets 3, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.